If you want to impress people on the piano, you don't need to play Mozart. You just need to play songs they actually recognize. Most beginners spend months learning children's songs or boring exercises thinking that's the only way to learn. But the truth is, some of the most famous songs on the radio are actually the easiest to play on the piano. If you keep practicing songs nobody wants to hear, you're going to lose your motivation and quit before you ever got to the good stuff. I'm Caitlin, and over the past decade, I've taught thousands of students how to skip the boring stuff and go straight to playing the songs they actually love. Today I'm going to teach you 3 real famous songs that sound incredibly impressive but are actually easy to play. And I promise you, it's no Mary Had a Little Lamb. Before we start, I actually made a free cheat sheet that has the chords for all 3 of these songs written out for you. Grab it from the link of the description of this video so you can put it on your piano and have these songs for the rest of your life. The first song is All of Me by John Legend. This song is so beautiful and has a very recognizable piano part.
What would I do without your smart mouth, drawing me in and you kicking me?
So let's learn that recognizable piano part. It's going to sound like this. So first let's learn the right hand part. The great thing about this song is your right hand actually doesn't move that much. So I'm going to put my finger 1 on F and finger 4 on C. And then I'm going to move in this pattern. Then I'm going to keep my thumb on F and move finger 5 to D flat. So do that 2 chords next to each other. Then again, I'm barely going to move my hands. I'm going to move my thumb to E flat, and I'm going to put finger 4 on C. And then the last chord, keep your thumb on E flat and move finger 3 to B flat. So the last 2 chords were like this. So all together again. And then our left hand is just going to do this. For the first chord, our thumb's going to be on F. Then we're going to move to D flat. Then we're going to move to A flat. And then E flat. So the whole thing's going to look like this. And lucky for you, that pattern repeats much throughout the whole song. Song number 2 is Lean on Me by Bill Withers. This song is so recognizable and easy to play. One fun thing about this song is you get to use the same hand shape the entire song. So let's talk about the right hand first. We're going to get fingers 1, 2, 5, and we're going to put it on E, G, C. And we're just going to move up the melody like this. And the cool thing is you just keep doing that. So as you're playing it, think of the melody. Sing it along to yourself because it goes right along with the lyrics. All right, now let's add the left hand. We're just going to play an octave right along with it, moving up and down, starting on C. And then right here, it gets a little tricky because you got to move a little. And then we're going to move to G and then back up to C. Right? And the cool thing about this song is it repeats a lot. When you get to the chorus, you can do the same thing. Don't forget to grab the cheat sheet for all 3 of these songs written out in the link in the description of this video. It'll make practicing these songs way more convenient. Song number 3 is Clocks by Coldplay. I know you probably recognize this one. Everyone thinks this one is impressive. So here's how that right hand pattern goes. All right, that probably sounds fast, but I would learn the chord shapes first. So this is what I would do with your right hand. Just block the chord like this. That means you just play all of the notes together. So first you're going to play E flat, B, G. That's the first section. The next chord is going to be D flat, B flat, F. And then you play it again. And then you just move down a little bit more, and you have finger 4 on C, then you have finger 2 on A flat, and finger 1 on F. So that whole pattern is just 3 chords really, and it looks like this. First, second, play it again, and the last one. And then once you know those chord shapes, you just play it as an arpeggio or just breaking up the chord. So it will look like this. That was the first chord. Here's the next one. Then you're going to play it again. And then you're going to play the last chord. So in the end, it sounds like this. Now let's add the left hand part. So your left hand is going to play the same chord. How convenient. So we're going to put G, B flat, E flat. Same chord as your right hand. That's your first one. The next one is F, B flat, D. You're going to play that twice. And then the last chord is F, A flat, C. So it's actually mirroring the same shape as your right hand. And then finally, we're going to put it together. And as you know, that pattern repeats throughout the song. So once you've got that, you've got a good chunk of the whole song. And that's the really fun and impressive part. So there you have it. 3 insanely beautiful and impressive songs you can learn fast. Be sure to grab my free cheat sheet so you can practice these songs along at home. Find it in the description of this video. Up next, I recommend watching this video. It'll show you how you can play thousands of songs with just 4 chords. So be sure to check it out next. And if this video helped you, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.